I'm really enjoying this controversy over the classified docs. It gets not just funnier by the day, almost funnier by the minute. Remember the outrage when Trump is in possession of classified documents. Classified documents are a serious crime, Dinesh. This guy needs to be held accountable. We need to apply. He's not above the rules. These are the rules. And you can't have classified documents in your possession. This could even be treason. Certainly this guy needs to never run for office again. Well, as it turns out, Biden is in possession of classified docs. And as it turns out, not one, but two separate stashes of classified docs. Well, the moment this came out, the left sort of jumped into, let's call it damage control mode, and the tap dance of making distinctions. Of course, you can expect that CNN would be right in with the game, and here's CNN. There are clear distinctions between the classified documents cases involving President Joe Biden and former President Trump. All right, let's take a look. Classified documents found. Joe Biden, under 12 total. Trump, 160 plus. Secret. As if the Biden documents weren't secret. They were classified, but they weren't secret. Now, first of all, the 12 is now obsolete. That was the first stash. Who knows how many there are in the second stash? Hasn't been revealed. Let's continue with CNN. Some top secret. Donald Trump, 60 top secret. Well, that comparison doesn't really work since we don't know what some means. Some could mean 200. Joe Biden, cooperating. Donald Trump, under investigation. Now, let's look at this Joe Biden cooperating, because one of the key points the left tried to make was the big difference between Trump and Biden is that the moment Biden found out about the documents, they were immediately turned over to the government. And this, as it turns out, is untrue. What do I mean? Well, as it's come out, I just read Jonathan Turley's article about it. Quote, "Don't buy Biden's surprise. Classified documents were moved at least twice." Turns out they knew about the documents. In fact, even if you look at the original reporting, it's very sly because it doesn't talk about finding the documents. It says that Biden's lawyers, quote, identified the documents. And, you know, when you see this kind of language, you've got to realize that what's going on here is that the deep state is drafting these statements that the media is regurgitating. And they're very careful to put it in legal language. Well, we didn't say we found them. Somebody else found them. We just identified them. So that you have to be these days alert, because what's going on is an attempt at media prevarication, media lying to the American people. All right, so they've had the documents. And let's continue. Joe Biden, lawyers found and alerted archives. Nonsense. The lawyers found them. They did not alert the archives right away. First of all, they waited for the midterm election so that no political damage would be done. They notified the government on their own sweet time. And now, not only is the CNN comparison breakdown in the ways I just described, but key differences are being missed. First of all, Mar-a-Lago is a secure location. Debbie and I have been there. There's a cordon of Secret Service. You can't get in. The Secret Service protects Mar-a-Lago, so that's a secure location. Not to mention the fact that the documents were under padlock, and the FBI itself requested a second padlock, which the Trump people promptly put. So, meanwhile, the Penn Biden Center has no Secret Service protection, and no one is saying that these documents were even under lock and key. Number two, the Biden Center, the Penn Biden Center, is heavily subsidized by the Chinese. The Chinese government is actually the largest foreign funder of the Penn Biden Center. And so the question that the media is pretending that is not a question, but it's a real question. Have any Chinese guys taken a good look at these documents? No, the documents are in our possession. Yeah, we know. This is an age where you can take your phone and take pictures. So my point is the information in those documents accessible? And has it been accessible to any of the Chinese funders of the Biden Center? That issue hasn't even arisen in the case of Trump. Number three, Trump has the power to declassify documents. Biden doesn't. Why? Because only the president does. Trump was the president. He can declassify documents if he wants. Biden can't do it. Now, here's the point. I think the real payoff here is that I think this whole classified document thing is a red herring. And what I mean is that I bet you that Obama's got a whole bunch of classified documents in his possession now. Same with Clinton. Are you telling me that the bureaucrats at the National Archives are so on it that they've tracked every classified document, made sure it's in their possession? Look, these presidents, the classified documents pertain to them. It's like the work that I did. So yeah, I'm going to take some of it with me. I'm going to separate my papers out, and some classified documents could end up in there. What we're seeing is that these are not rules that have been enforced across the board. On the contrary, Clinton's got documents, Obama's probably got documents, Biden's got 2 stashes of documents. No one really cared. So what the left does is they try to enforce these rules only against Trump. And then the question becomes why? What is it about Trump? And the answer, of course, is obvious. Trump is the only guy who's a real threat to the deep state. The other guys are not. They're actually partners with the deep state. So it's no surprise that the left is using the deep state to go after Trump for rules. Oh, these are purported to be serious violations, when it turns out they're not serious violations. They're habitual violations, and pretty much every president has done them.